Okay, so I want to preface by saying that I did lose my voice, and if there's anything that you don't understand, I will be updating the subtitles so you can look at that. And also, just bear with me. I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna jump into it. So what went well with my lesson was I think I chose really good passages and examples. So, like for example, I had the bears at the beginning that to add like this conversational element of which one's speaking in a metaphor and which one's speaking in a simile. I also had a passage that was the rose that grew from concrete, and I felt like that was a really good example of symbolism, and it helped them like picture what was going on. I also used a variety of techniques to keep students engaged, so like questions, invitations to pause the video, and then I also got them away from my own speech, so I wasn't just regurgitating text to them. They also got to hear MLK speak using anaphora. So what could use some work? For me, I felt like one of the things I noticed was I used the word emphasis a lot without like pre-explaining what it meant. But at the same time, I feel like if we were well into a poetry unit, it could have been something that we discussed already, seeing as like emphasis is pretty important in poetry. I also noticed that with this type of learning style, there's a lot less discussion and communication, so it's a lot more of a lecture style. And so the more I listened to it, the more it felt like a script. Reflection from peers. One of the main things I got from them was that context and reasoning is really important, as well as this emphasis on teaching why. So, like for example, Paige did a really good job of explaining why a thesis is important and why it's beneficial. And then Cheyenne did a really good job of discussing why Shakespeare's works are so thoroughly enjoyed. So, for example, like she uses modern examples to relate to kids, which I thought was really important. Kathleen did a really good job of explaining why literary devices are important, which I feel like I could have used a little bit more. So, yeah, that's the main thing I got from them. So, for virtual learning altogether, I learned that interactive qualities and visually stimulating presentations are extremely important to like, boost engagement, since there isn't this like communicating feature that we get with normal classrooms or synchronous things. Other than that, I would just say that pre-opening tabs is extremely important because I found out that my laptop is really slow, and so I couldn't open the video without closing the presentation. So yeah, I would just say having that stuff preloaded beforehand would be really beneficial for the classroom, whether it's synchronous or asynchronous. So thank you.